If you are tuning into Sex Trades with Jackelynne Ouvall Traydes, please make sure you are over 18. This content is not suitable for children or safe for work. If you have a child or someone under 18 in the room, this is your warning. Don't blame me if they hear this. Smooches. Hi everyone, welcome to Sex Trades with me, Jackelynne Ouvall Traydes, your most gracious and curvaceous host. Thank you so much for coming back to watch this show or listen or however you're enjoying it. I hope you guys have been enjoying every single episode. There's not too many left for this season, so please keep your eye out for other fun stuff coming up on the MNP channel and the MNP After Dark channel. Anyway, let's get into it. This episode, we're going to be talking all about blowjobs. I love giving blowjobs. Any person that I've ever been with can attest to the fact that I love having a dick in my mouth. And I just love using my mouth in general. I've had a lot of people say to me that they realize that how much I love using my mouth while I'm, doing the thing. And it's true, I do. I will use my mouth for pretty much everything, and sometimes I'll edge people for hours. I think I mentioned in one of the episodes that I edged a guy for 2 hours once, and it was amazing, obviously. But yeah, I do love using my mouth and giving blowjobs. I love having a dick in my mouth and playing with it, playing with the balls. I do this trick that a lot of my friends don't understand how I do it, but I don't even know how to explain it. I just do it. I put the whole dick and the balls in my mouth at the same time, and it drives everyone crazy when I do it because they're not expecting it, the person that I'm giving the blowjob to, because that's, from what I've heard, not very common to do that trick, and so it drives them crazy. And I love seeing the person that I'm being intimate with. I love seeing their eyes roll back to the back of their heads. It makes me feel so good. So yeah, I love doing that trick. It drives everyone crazy, and it's just so hot to me to have it all in my mouth at the same time. And a lot of my friends are like, well, does it have to be a small penis? Because how do you do this? And I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't have to be a small penis. I've done it with lots of penises that are quote unquote not small, way bigger than average, and thick. It's not like they're pencil dicks or anything like that. I don't know what to tell you. I just guess I have a big mouth that can kind of dislocate my jaw a little bit, I guess. I don't know. I can fit my whole fist in my mouth, so maybe one day I'll show you guys that, and maybe that's why. I don't know. It's amazing because it drives everyone crazy. So if you don't have a gag reflex, you should maybe try it one day. And even if you do have a gag reflex, there's a lot of sex shops that have the little spray that numbs the back of your throat. So if you want to try it, you should. I definitely do have a gag reflex sometimes. I can't if my head is being held down, that is not cool, and I will throw up. It has happened once before. Only once though, because that person was kind of a dick. But other than that, I usually do deep throat, and then I until I can, and then I'll come back up unless the person's holding my head down, which you should never do because that is not okay. Unless the person is into that and likes that. I know I've been with a lot of people that do like it when I hold their head down. Yeah, so it's blowjobs are a lot of fun. I love to play with the tip and then go down the whole shaft. I love to tease the person that I'm with sometimes. I'll take their pants off. Well, first of all, I'll tease them even with their pants on, with their heart on, and then I'll take their pants off and I'll tease them even more, and then I'll come up kissing their stomach, their chest, their nipples, and then their neck, and then I pull their hair a little bit, then their lips, and then they come back down, and I go do all that all over again. And then sometimes I'll open the underwear, give a little lick, and then put it back on, and then do the same thing all over again, because I can be a tease, I admit it, but I am the best kind of tease because I so put out. So I do that, and then after that I usually throw them onto either the couch or the bed or wherever we're doing it, and then I do my thing even more, and then I give them a blowjob. that is probably the best blowjob they've ever had in their entire lives. My first time ever being with a guy, we were in his van, funny enough, and we started making out and whatever, and even that, he was like, are you sure this is, like, you're new at this? Because I guess I was just good at it, I don't know. And he was technically the fourth person I'd ever kissed, and then I started giving him a blowjob, and the whole time he was just, like, amazed, I guess, that it was my first time, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you, buddy, this is my first time, and it was really good, apparently. So you know, if you need any tips on blowjobs, call or girl up. I will give you some tips, and I can even maybe demonstrate on a dildo or a live person, potentially. Probably not a live person, that's kind of weird. I mean, not weird, but it's just not my thing. But I will probably demonstrate for you on a dildo, if you want. Just make sure that video doesn't go out anywhere. And yes, I think that is it for blowjobs. I mean, I don't really know what else I can say about them, other than practice makes perfect. And also, there's no such thing as perfect, because with anything in life, you know, you can never be the best at it, because it also depends on the person you're with, because everyone prefers and likes different things. So maybe one person will be amazed at your blowjobs, another person won't. You know, that's what sex is all about. Is trial and error with the person that you with the different people that you're with. I know that I've never had a complaint with my blowjob skills, or a critique. Yeah, no. There was this one guy that I was with who I guess just we were not vibing at all, and it just wasn't good. Like, nothing was good. And I just feel like we had, like, zero connection in any sense of the way. But we still, like, hooked up, and it just was not good at all. So I don't recommend doing that. If you don't have a connection with someone, you should probably not hook up with them, because, I mean, why? What's the point? Although there are some people that I've hooked up with that the sex will be great, but there's no connection when we're talking, and it's just, like, so dry. Obviously, it's best to find a balance of both if you're going to be in any kind of relationship or anything like that. But you know, that's life, and that's sex and hooking up and all that. Anyway, let's move on to our question for the day, because I could keep talking about this forever. And you know how I like my rambling, if you've listened to this or watched this show at all. Talk of shame. Today's question comes from I Want It Now. Ooh, a horny person. So the question is, if we have sex in a car, will the car steam up like it does in the Titanic? I assume you're talking about having sex with your partner or whoever. I guess it doesn't really matter. The short answer is yes, probably. Because when the windows are all rolled up and there's things happening, all the breath that's being released and all the steam, it will cause the windows to fog up, because that's just how science works, I guess. I don't know how it works, but it does happen, because let me tell you, I have hooked up with many person in a car, and it always happens. I have to, like, after we're done, I always have to, like, let the car I guess air out a bit or whatever, so that the windows aren't as foggy, so I can drive legally. But when I used to live at home, I would always have to make sure that, you know, I couldn't bring anyone home, obviously. Well, I guess that's not obvious, but my parents don't really know my situation, so I couldn't have anyone at my place when I was living at home. And a lot of the people that I would hook up with were either in the same situation, either with their parents or their roommates or whatever, so I would have to either be in my car or their car. A lot of the times it was in my car, and I say that, but there's been times where it was also in my mother's car, which, funny story, this one time I hooked up with someone in my mother's car, which I love doing because the passenger seat goes all the way down, so it's the best. And actually that car is now mine, so which is great. But yeah, so I would do that, and this one time I hooked up with this guy, And then the next day, I was with my mom. We were going somewhere, and I was driving. Thank God, because my mom was driving, she would have seen it. But I was driving, and I noticed on the floor or whatever of the car on the driver's side, the condom. I was mortified because I thought that we had gotten rid of all the evidence, and I was like, holy shit. So when we got to where we were going, I like took a napkin from the or a tissue or whatever, and I fake sneezed, but because I'm an actor, it was really real. I sneezed, and then I used that to pick the thing up really quickly without her noticing, and then I threw it out, because that would have been, I don't even know what I would have done in that situation if she had seen that. Because she didn't even know that I was sexually active at all, so that would have been not a fun situation to have to deal with, and I'm just glad I didn't have to deal with that in that moment, or at all so far. But yeah, so yes, the answer is it will fog up like the Titanic, and there is nothing wrong with that. It's a lot of fun. It gets really, really hot, and in many senses of the word. So just enjoy yourself, and don't worry about the car. You can let it air out afterwards. All right, let's move on to Jackelynne. Let's hear what she has to say about this. Oh God, guys, I'm drink more. Oh, Jackelynne has a question for me, I guess. Have I ever had sex in the car and has it steamed up like the static? Yes. Yes. I love fucking in a car. I love meeting up with random people in the bar and then hooking up with them in literally anywhere pretty much, but especially in the car. I love car sex. I love roadhead. Oh my God, it's my favorite. One of my favorite things to do is give someone roadhead, and then we like fuck in either the back seat or in the front seat. I ride them, or when he's standing outside and then fucking me from behind while I'm leaning in the front seat of the car with my butt just hanging out. I love it. Oh, fuck, I miss sex. I haven't had sex in a while. It's been like 2 weeks. Oh, Jackelynne, never a dull moment with you, is there? Well, anyway, thank you so much for watching this episode, or listening, or however the hell you're tuning in. Please follow MNP on Instagram, Modern Pesto Productions, and please follow MNP on YouTube, Modern Pesto Productions, on their main channel, and then MNP After Dark for sex trades. That's Jackelynne Ouvall Traydes, and other content coming up very, very soon. And follow me on Instagram, obviously. Links are all in the description below, because I know some of the stuff is very hard to spell, so just follow the links, because they're all there for you. So why wouldn't you? I'm making it super easy for you. Anyway, thank you so much. I'll catch you in the next one. Smooches. Jackelynne's views, opinions, and advice are all hers, and for lighthearted fun. Please do not take anything she says too seriously. They also do not reflect the opinions and views of MNP.